Sir, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Looks like your case is extremely old. It's 714 days old, sir.
The courtroom lights hum softly as the day begins. A long docket ahead, filled with stories of defiance, desperation, and unexpected twists. First up, a trespassing charge that seems simple, until the defendant's story takes a turn no one saw coming. One by one, 6 defendants will face justice from threatening phone calls to indecent exposure, from drunk driving counseling to full-blown burglary, and even an extradition for manslaughter. Each case reveals a slice of real human struggle inside this Texas courtroom, where every second counts and silence can speak louder than words. Stay with us, because what unfolds next will test every boundary between guilt, remorse, and redemption.
We've given you multiple PR bonds. I guess we should be happy that you made it to court.
On October 25th of 2022, HPD officers conducted a trespass investigation at the Icon gas.
The first defendant steps forward, charged with criminal trespass. She claims she was just looking for her lost dog, but officers say she broke into a locked property. Her voice trembles, her eyes search for mercy, and yet, the evidence leaves little doubt. Next, a young man faces threat allegations accused of calling and threatening his ex multiple times. His defense: "I was just angry." The judge's tone stays even, but his warning cuts deep. "One more call, and you're done." Moments later, the air shifts. The room stiffens as an indecent exposure case is read. The defendant fidgets, insisting it was a misunderstanding. But the report paints a darker picture, a public act that left witnesses shaken. The crowd whispers, tension builds. Then comes a softer tone, a DWI counseling follow-up. The defendant nods respectfully as the court praises her progress in rehab. For once, there's a glimmer of hope, a small victory amid a sea of regret.
Station located at 7997 West Airport Boulevard in Harris County, Texas. Officers advise that the location has an active trespass affidavit in effect. Officers advise that they observed the defendant standing on the property next to a posted no trespass sign. Officers advise that they also made contact with the complainant, an employee of the gas station, who advised the defendant was trespassing at the location.
Had he been previously warned not to be there? Or was it just a no trespassing sign and he just goes there for the first time?
So, Judge, it's the defendant and multiple other males. There's an active trespass affidavit on file. They approach this defendant. They find marijuana on him after they detain him. They ask him multiple times if he would be willing to participate in the marijuana diversion program. He refused several times. But I don't see anything.
No priors?
I don't see anything about the complainant.
So, look, when you show up to court, good things happen. I'm going to find no probable cause in your case now. But I want you to understand, you are now on notice. You can't go back to this gas station. Stop. You can't go there anymore. If you go there again, they're going to arrest you for criminal trespass. I'm finding no probable cause now because I don't see that the prior warning was issued. But I am issuing the warning to you now. If you go back there today, tomorrow, next week, next year, they're going to arrest you for trespass.
Just get caught, he can probably trespass.
Listen, it's not a discussion. They have the right to tell you they don't want you there, and they don't want you there. Find another place to go to. Now I'm going to find no probable cause. You're free to go. Okay?
And I'm following dismissal now, Judge.
All right, man. Take care.
All right, so I'm good.
And show up to court. Show up to court. So your lawyers are bringing you, or your lawyer is bringing you out here because she's asking me to set you a bond. I don't know. I don't know anything about you. My main concern are two. Number one, are you a danger to our public? Number two, if you are not a danger, are you going to go back? Both of those are evidenced by how you look on paper, what kind of criminal history you have. When is the last time you've gotten in trouble? If so, we'll go into that now and determine all these questions.
At this time, the state's asking for no bond. It doesn't have any criminal history, but we are concerned about the facts surrounding this charge. He wanted out of Polk County, Florida, and I do have the probable cause on this one.
Ish.
On or about October 7th, 2024, the defendant made 2 separate calls to the Polk County Sheriff's Office. In their first call, the defendant alleged that he had dispatched or killed a police officer, and he asked to take the officer's vehicle to return it to the sheriff's office. After refusing to provide more info to the call taker, defendant then stated he would dump the car in a canal. During his second call to the sheriff's office, the defendant questioned how often the sheriff's office calls to check on their officers. and how long it would take for them to know that one guy had not called in and was in a problem. Defendant stated that his line of questions was for him. Sheriff office conducted a countrywide well-being check on deputies and officers and found none to be harmed. Under these exigent circumstances, defendant was then traced back by ID and phone carrier as well as caller ID. The FBI had previously ID'd defendant in January of 2024 as having made several threats about killing law enforcement officers on YouTube video, which I have those statements if you want to hear them. But defendant had also made several calls to other jurisdictions, including Kentucky and Tampa, that he had drowned or killed deputies. So we are concerned about the danger.
So he's made similar calls in other states as well? Was he living in those states? Just calls from Florida?
So he called Kentucky. He also called Tampa. The YouTube comments he left in January 2024 did ask suggestions of what state to shoot a cop. We're concerned about the facts around it.
When did this happen? So is it a 2B? Was he charged and then fled?
So the offense happened earlier this month on October 7th. It was issued.
Wow, that's 4 days ago.
Issued October 8th.
Was he here? Was he over there? It just randomly called a different county in Florida? Just
The address they have for him is in Florida.
say it again?
The address that they have for him is in Delray Beach, Florida. I can also call Dave if you need him, but
Being what's going on in Florida now, how long is it going to even take to get them over here to get him?
we'd be setting him out for 14 days, so it'd be 2 weeks.
I know that you're setting him out for 2 weeks, but are they going to have the manpower to even come get him at that time? I think that there's a lot of other priorities. There's still millions of people without power. Right. And that adds it. So I'm going to presume that they're not going to get him in 14 days. They're going to want an extension at their minimum. So I don't know, Sonia. It's just.
Bond has been set on one of the two charges. The charge they're not going to set a bond until he actually makes the first appearance.
What was the bond set at? Do you know?
5,000 on one case, and the other case is 0 bond.
Yeah, no bond until he has his first appearance on the.
Are they? They're both felonies, I would presume.
Yes, a felony 2 in the public. Jay says the sheriff's office is open and should let us know within a day or 2 if they can.
What do you do with yourself these days, Mr. Roy?
I work for a company that hosts events. I'm a facilitator trainer. I train automotive salespeople on new products for different companies. I travel, they travel me. We set up a big event, like for Toyota, for instance. They bring out all the regional salespeople, and then we make presentations presenting the new products, have them drive the cars. May I add something or
Sure.
I did live in Florida. I know I had a bad night with all this stuff. I got divorced about a year ago before I moved up here. This was
Don't talk about the cases.
okay. I understand. They informed me, but I'm not a danger. I don't have a record. I don't have any ill will, or whatever happened was a one-off. I understand. I did acquire counsel so that I can resolve this issue. I have no intention of harming. I've asked for extensions for work and everything so that I can go down and take care of this. I will get myself down, even if it means waiting a little bit or dealing with the problems with the hurricane. I can.
Do you have any weapons?
No, nothing. One bedroom apartment. Yeah.
Is there any way to search if someone has a weapon, a registered weapon, somehow through a database? When you buy a weapon,
I know it goes through the ATF, but there is not.
Is there a way?
There's an ATF report you can draft, Judge, but it takes a while to get back to us. It's not like an instant thing, okay, I'll see,
You know, I want to make sure that he doesn't have any weapons.
He also has conditions requested by law enforcement officers not to have, but.
I know that, but I want to know, does he have any weapons at his disposal? If we let him out, he's going to go harm someone. I mean, it scares me. How long do you think we can know whether he has any registered weapons or not?
Sometimes it takes weeks, Judge. It depends on the investigator, who they know at ATF that can draft a report. It's really, there's no time frame.
Dave says that he can look up the firearm if you give him a second. He also says it's not a one-off and that FBI had him in January 2024.
Say it again?
He also says that it's not a one-off since the FBI had him in January of 2024 earlier for the YouTube comments. And Polk County had the call just earlier this month.
So it's 3 different places.
Well, he wanted to hear from Polk County on this one. He did have that earlier event in January 2024 for FBI.
I mean, it's scary that, you know, the good thing is that they'll be here within 2 weeks to get you. Mr. Roy, you got to understand that this really scares me. I mean, this is not a one-off. You're making YouTube comments now. You're making actual phone calls that allegedly that you're, you know, killed an officer.
If I made a comment on a YouTube, it was something.
No, I
understand something I saw that made me angry possibly, but not having to do. I understand.
Don't. It's, if it was a one-off perhaps, but over and over. And so let me think about it. And I want to know if you have any registered weapons first off, and then, you know, well, I'll get back to you. Okay. All right. Thanks.
All right, Mr. Johnson.
I just want to say the filings of their action.
You good? Okay, great. Okay. You're going to get a 7-day setting after you post. So feel free to get a different date.
Okay.
We need to make sure Mr. Kennedy signs the MOAP this time. I don't want to.
I'm going to know that right now for him.
Okay, good. I don't want to make that mistake again.
So you're setting the bond
On both. Yeah. Okay, guys.
Thank you.
Have fun. Great weekend.
Page 23, Paez.
Good morning, Mr. Paez Gonzalez. Mr. Paez Gonzalez, you're charged with an indecent exposure with a previous conviction. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Okay.
Officers were dispatched to an apartment complex in Harris County, Texas. The complaining witness stated that he observed the defendant naked in the apartment pool and asked him to leave. The complaining witness stated he later observed the defendant naked while sitting on a patio bench while masturbating. When officers arrived on scene, the defendant continued masturbating while in the officer's presence.
Reading.
I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case, Mr. Paez Gonzalez. If I test you for drugs and alcohol, what are you going to test positive for? I'm sending you now for a drug and alcohol test. I want to know what, if anything, you're going to test positive for. You're to come right back. If you fail to come back, I'm going to revoke your bond and I'm going to make it high. Do you understand? Hey, Vic.
Yes.
I'm sending him for a drug test.
Okay.
And then when he comes back, we'll appoint him someone. But you are to come right back after your drug test. Do you understand? Okay, head on over that way. We still need to do a whole host of conditions after the fact, but do it after the drug test. Goes in?
Pretty good, Judge. Oh, with my
With
client.
her.
Thought we were just,
You-
I thought
I
we were
know.
just having
I
polite
know that
conversation. She's doing well. She's actually done with SOP on Sunday. I was just informed by the CLO, the only issue is she owes $600 and they won't release the certificate until she pays. But other than that, she's in
No,
good
she's
shape.
completed it?
She doesn't complete it until the 14th. The counselor said she's actually participating,
great.
everything is good, it's just the payment.
Are you working? What do you,
Yes, yes, Judge.
what do you do?
I am a exotic dancer.
So tell me why you can't pay.
I'm not made out of money. I've already paid.
You're not,
like,
nice
20,000.
passive aggressiveness? I mean,
That's not what I meant.
really?
That's really why. It's a lot of money that I've been paying, and I have a kid that I take care of. I am trying, and I paid 300 down. I didn't realize I missed my payment, and now I'm so close to the end that instead of 300, it's 600. I can totally get it, and I will.
They charge you double?
No,
She
I
missed
said,
a payment in September and then one was due this week.
I've got it. Okay, so, but it's the normal course of what she would be paying regardless. Yeah. They tell you, and you know that when you pick up a DWI, it's extremely expensive. It's big business for everyone. And the more DWIs you get, everything doubles up. So, and then after SOP, is that the last thing? Okay. When is she done?
The 14th, Monday.
If you pay it off that day, then they end up dismissing the case. So, the sooner you pay it, the sooner you're done. Do you want to set it for just next week, one day, to make sure that it gets done?
If the court wants to, Judge, I think she'll get it done, but,
I mean, we have to set it for a day, right?
yeah, that'd be
So,
great. So can we do the late end of the week?
Sure. Any day but Friday. The only thing I'm going to counsel you on is that the kind of business you're in, the peer pressure is absolutely enormous. To consume, alcohol, illegal drugs, all that kind of stuff. So be very wary of that. And then I guess the most important thing is just don't get into a car.
the
Behind the
DWI
wheel.
program has helped me a lot, and I like being sober now.
Well, look, the only thing we're trying to impart to you is that if you're gonna get lit, great. Just don't get into a car. That's all we care about. It's really push a button on your phone, get a car waiting, $20, wherever you want to go. How much money do you pay for all this? Thousands and thousands, right? $20. All right, pick a day.
Thursday,
any day.
next week, Judge?
Done. Good luck, man. Okay.
Thanks, Good to see you. Have a good day.
You are on bond for a tampering case, and you've now picked up a burglary of a motor vehicle. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. On April 14th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer was flagged down by the complaining witness. The complaining witness advised the officer that a male had just broken into the complaining witness's motor vehicle and drove off in a different motor vehicle. Another witness observed the defendant break into the complaining witness's motor vehicle and provided cell phone video to the police. Additionally, the complaining witness observed the defendant break into his motor vehicle and chased the defendant through the parking lot. The officer pursued the defendant on foot. The defendant was detained and positively identified by both the witness and the complaining witness. The defendant admitted to breaking the complaining witness's window.
What time of day or night was this? Or was it during the day?
It's in the daytime, it appears, Your Honor, but also, like, when you read the summary, it looks like an officer detained him on a bicycle And that he was wearing different clothes from the description of the foot pursuit, that clothes were ditched.
I don't know.
So then they did a drive-by identification of the suspect.
Mr. Robinson, what is the one thing I asked you not to do? The one thing I asked you not to do. Not be a danger to my city or pick up a new case. You've now picked up a very I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case, and I'm now going to put a monitor on you so I know where you are at all times. If you get out of custody, because now I'm revoking your bond, you will go to jail. If he gets out, GPS monitor not to go within 500 feet.
He has a GPS monitor on him.
Putting him in custody. No alcohol, no drugs, no weapons, no going within 500 feet of where the complaining witness lives were. And I'm going to tell you now, because I don't know if you're going to get out, but if you do, you endanger my city again, I'm going to go ballistic on all of your bonds. Do you understand? Goes with you.
I have a.
Mr. Campbell, how's jail?
Not very good.
Good. That makes me happy. You know, what I find at least, the worse of an experience you have, the higher likelihood you have of actually, when you get out into the free world, of thinking about consequence, because that's what we want everybody to do. Think before you act, think before you speak, because you never know when it's your last time. All I know now is that you're wanted out of another state. You're wanted out of the state of Arizona, specifically Maricopa County, for manslaughter, 2 counts of aggravated assault and endangerment. Day,
Yes, Judge.
tell me about Mr.
That's all I have so far. I do show a Georgia State ID, which I didn't.
Now, the atmosphere grows heavier. A burglary charge takes center stage. The accused insists he entered the home by mistake, but police reports describe forced entry and stolen property. The court listens closely. Truth and fiction blur as he recounts his version, but the evidence stands solid. And finally, the courtroom quiets for the day's most serious case, a manslaughter extradition hearing. The defendant, calm but visibly shaken, is set to be transferred across state lines. The details are grim: a life lost, a life forever changed. The paperwork is signed, the bail denied. It's a sobering end to a long day of reckoning, one that reminds everyone present that justice may be slow, but it never sleeps.
See at first, but I don't see any history. Originally, I believe this is only offense, but because of the severity of the offense, and with the warrant stating that while there is a $150,000 bond, is that they're requesting no bond until he's in front of a magistrate within their state. And so because of the severity of the offense, and the risk of flight, is that state requests no bond for this defendant.
Is this a to-be?
This is to be, Judge. It was issued out on September 25th, 2024.
Okay. And the bond over there is at 150,000.
150, but they will not permit it to be honored until he goes in front of a magistrate with no court.
Okay. Do you know what the manslaughter is about?
No, I don't have the probable cause affidavit, but if you're looking for specifics, I can request it from the DA's office, but I don't have it at this time. I just know that the charges are valid.
Do you have anything that you'd like to add?
Yes, Judge. Mr. Campbell actually hired an attorney, is known about the investigation, so this was not an instance where he's trying to run. The attorney told him they could take a family vacation. So he was arrested at a connecting flight in Houston with his wife and 3 children. So he wasn't trying to run. He was going on a family vacation. His attorney there told him.
We were on the way to the
family. He doesn't live in Houston.
Be going.
So essentially, he gets arrested in the connecting flight process. He's not from Houston. He is ready, willing, and able to go back to Arizona. He's got his attorney set up there. If he gets out, it's not like he's legitimately gonna stay at a hotel and then the next day get on like a bus, because we talked about the flight problem. And he has a vested interest going back. He's 41 years old. I think he has a license case from like 15 years ago, nothing else. Wife, 3 kids in Arizona. He's got 2 prior children in Georgia, but he has like a family life and a business in Arizona, lives there. So he absolutely wants to get back to Arizona. And with that in mind, we would be requesting a bond here so that he can just go back and turn himself in.
No, Mr. Campbell, I really value my city and I want to protect everybody I can for as long as I can, because the last thing I want is more death, more destruction. And you're wanted for something where there's a dead body.
Oh, sorry, Judge. It just pulled up just now. So Trey is correct. There was a suspended license, but he also had a prior hit and run and failure to stop and return to scene, which seems aligned with the manslaughter and 2 accidents with the vehicle and the
Is that
driver.
with this case or another
No,
case?
sorry, Judge. This is back in Georgia. So after the license suspension, there are 2 cycles. Hit and run, failure to return to scene. There's also a DWI back in 2014.
Wow. Continues to happen.
I don't know what happened to that one though. It just.
You want me to set you a bond? Really?
I had to run the state ID
Can I
when it popped up
speak?
on the other side.
Yes, absolutely.
Sir, those cases were like thrown out. I didn't, whatever he has there, the DWI,
I know.
I never had a DUI. With the hit and run business, that wasn't it.
How do I know that? Am I supposed to take your word for it?
For that thing, my car was stolen, sir, and then they assumed that, it's like how here they're assuming that I'm trying to run from.
No. No one's assuming that you're running. No one's assuming that you're running. All we know is that you are wanted out of Arizona, where there's 2 aggravated assaults and there's a manslaughter. So there's a dead body, right? And you also have priors out of another state where there's alleged DWIs and you running from the scene. So my problem is that I have no idea what the circumstances of the manslaughter are. How do I know you didn't shoot someone? How do I know you didn't run someone over in a car at a parade? And so it would be really just dangerous for me to really give you a bond and just let you go when I don't know how dangerous you are. You know what I mean? That's just, it's logic. As much as I'd like to get you back to Arizona as quick as possible, Mr. Campbell, you scare me. How soon can we get Arizona to come pick him up?
I don't know, Your Honor. I mean, well, for him, because he originally waived the magistrate, I know they've already.
He's waived.
Yes, I believe he waived 2 days ago when he went to.
Great.
Yes, so I believe the notice was already sent out.
Typically, the way it works is once you waive, we give that jurisdiction 2 weeks to come get you. Now, sometimes there are circumstances that they might want an extension for a day or 2 at the max 3. But by and large, they're pretty good at getting that jurisdiction to come get you within the next 2 weeks. And then we give you a free ride back to Arizona where you can answer to those charges. Now, like he said, they're willing to set you a bond. Now, it's going to be a high bond, but you got to get there first. And me, I just don't feel comfortable giving you a bond. I don't know you. I know you're telling me it's little bunnies jumping in the woods, but I really just don't know you. All I know is that there's a trail of destruction and I don't want any more. That's it. Do you understand? Okay. So, I'm sorry, Shreya. I can't.
No worries, I just want to make sure there's nothing else you want the judge to know about the bond before we discuss issues.
Now, if you're able to post bond, if you're able to get your family to post a bond in Arizona, then they can release this hold and then we'll let you out. But I don't know if that's going to happen, right? Arizona wants you there before they're going to set you bond, is what they've said. So, but you know, you never know until you try. The worst they can say is no. You have a lawyer, perhaps he can go get you a bond there. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck, Mr. Campbell.
6 cases, 6 stories. From minor missteps to irreversible tragedy, today's session exposed every corner of the human condition. Some left the courtroom relieved, others in handcuffs. And in between, the truth, raw, flawed, and unforgettable. If you found this courtroom journey as gripping as we did, don't forget to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns where every verdict tells a story. Until next time, stay sharp, stay curious, and remember, justice always leaves a mark.